Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a happy and healthy New Year's. Welcome to 2022. I thought that my first video, rightfully so, is usually a what we got for Christmas video. And I do really enjoy filming these, not as like a brag or a look at all the things that I got, but I really love seeing people open gifts. So I always kind of like these as little mementos of what people got me and why they got the things for me and like just sentimental value behind some of that stuff. Just wanted to show you guys what we got this year. Alright, so this is a cursory glance at what Scott and I received for Christmas this year. I kind of clumped things together as gifts that were like for me, gifts that were homeware, gifts that were tools, food, clothing, etc. There are a few things that are not presently here. Just starting at the corner closest to us, some of the things that I received. So this was my Santa Steel gift. There was actually a candle, but my youngest sister-in-law, Kirsten, whose gift this was, really liked it, and I have so many candles that I was like, girl, just keep it. So aging mask, a brightening mask, and a foot mask. So I feel like her and I were on the same page with our steel gifts, so loved that. Scotty followed with a very similar vibe. I got a couple of these cooling lip masks. Now he saw me pick those up for Kirsten as well. Kirsten was my Secret Santa this year. So he saw that I picked up some for her and thought I might enjoy them. And then of course a couple of cute masks, and he liked this one because it was like the little wolf pup type one, so he's waiting to see what I look like with them. I also received from Scott's aunt a Sephora gift card, and then the Stuff My Stocking from Too Faced. So this has the Better Than Sex mascara and the lip injection. I have two parts to my Secret Santa gift that I received. So I got the Rocketbook Fusion. Now this one's a little bit cooler than my original. I have the original from Kickstarter. Scott bought it for me years ago, but this one was cool because it has different types of planners in it. So a project with tasks and due dates, a couple of 2-week spread, a calendar spread, and a few other bits and bobs in there. So really liking that. Something I got for Scott, which was definitely a use for both of us, is this USB powered lighter, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is the first piece that you would have probably seen in my early Christmas video. We got this from Scott's dad. It's one of a few items that we got from him. And this is a tube cleaner for the barbecue, so always handy to have. Scott got himself some jigsaw bits because we have a jigsaw and no real blades for them. So this was, I'm going to insert a picture of what Scott wrote on this one because it actually cracked me up. It was like to Scott, from Scott, for Scott, love Scott. So this was his little gift to himself. Then he got me this multi-purpose scraper and chopper, and his intention around this is for me to be making some bread. So Scott's middle sister Caitlin has really got a knack for bread making right now. We actually got some sourdough starter from her for Christmas. Very excited to use this, and it's just, we just like kitchen tools. It's one of those things that you can never have enough of. This was a to Sydney for the household type situation, and it is a couple of chisels. Now the funny story behind this is Scott and I were talking about how years ago I wanted to actually like do some wood carvings. That never happened. I talked about the idea of wood carving and then kind of be like, you know, I don't really need them, but you know what? You never know when you're gonna need this stuff. It's cool for DIYs and handy bits. Then the next set of tools I actually got for Scott. This is just the box, but it is a screwdriver set. We have a lot of battery operated tools, but we didn't have any screwdrivers. We had like one from the dollar store with like 2 bits, which just was not doing it for me. So I got him this really big set, all different sizes, a whole kit and caboodle. So that's gonna be super handy to have around the house, just for little odd jobs that are quite small. Then on to some of the homeware things. My dad got us these lovely coasters because they're winter themed and I love them. Like they're super, super pretty. Such a clean, like, winter color. And then he also got us these trivets. They were packaged individually, but we got a couple of them. So there are winter trivets. For anyone who doesn't know, my kitchen colors are like yellow and red, so this was like absolutely perfect. And the funny thing is I actually almost bought these a few weeks ago and was kind of just like, no, it's okay, like I don't need them. But I was like, no, you needed them. So that was like father, like daughter. Another item that my dad got us are these really pretty crystal bowls. So that's what they look like without any ice cream in them. And they're just a really unique design. I thought they were really just quite pretty. And we have just a basic set of plates and bowls and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to have something that's a little more elevated. And then the last gift before I kind of shift your view, this was from Scott, and again, I'm never offended by these types of gifts because they're always things that he and I can actually use. Like, I'll get him fitness things, he'll get me fitness things. So this is a doorway sit-up bar. I struggle to do sit-ups with no weight on my feet, so this is gonna come in super handy. Definitely something that I'm excited to use because, as per usual with January, there are some fitness goals. So moving on to the more food and beverage side of things. If you guys don't already know, Scott and I do collect beer glasses. So my dad thought it was time that we had a couple of Guinness pint glasses to join our shelf. And then we have assortments of different beverages that my dad picks up for the two of us. So this year he picked me up a bottle of Mateus, which is one of the first wines he ever drank. It's a little rosé, and like, it's literally so tiny. It's such a cute little bottle. So very excited to enjoy that. Something else he always gets me is the ice wine from Niagara, and he actually sent me a little like write-up about this particular vintage. So very excited to try that out. And then for Scott, he tends to get him, this is the vintage ale, and every year we found out that they're actually different. So Scott's very excited to try this one and compare it to last year's. It seems like it's going to be a new little tradition between my dad and him, which is super cute. And then my dad also picked him up this Nickelbrook Glory and Gold Reserve series. So that was cool. I love a wax melt. So that's also going to look, and I'm sure be, quite delightful to try. And then it was funny, my dad's like, it was more for the cast iron than the treat inside, but this is one of the brownie baking kits. Scott and I got a couple of these, I think last year, the year before, and they're just fun to have. Have we actually used what's inside them? No. Have we used the pans? Yes. And then the last couple of few things were just little bits from stockings. So we have some Lindor, of course, it's Christmas without Lindor. Some pistachios. Of course, there's a Terry's chocolate orange. This was in a Scott stocking because I do not care for them. And then there's also the big cookie bin, which you can never go wrong with. These are super easy to just bring around. I think we brought one to Scott's mom's house for games night, and we will kind of be chomping on this for the next little while. All right, last couple things that are on the table. We have a Parcheesi board game, which we were given on games night. Scott's mom bought all the kids and their significant others a game to kind of contribute to games night. So we have Parcheesi. All right, and now in this box, we have some new speaker stands. So my dad has kind of been adding to our speaker collection over the last few years, and one of his biggest qualms is that one of our back speakers is not high enough for him. So I will show you guys what that looks like on my couch. So the side that I sit on is perfectly fine, but the side that he tends to gravitate towards, he finds that the speaker is hidden by the couch. So we got us slightly taller floor stand speakers, or a speaker stand, so that we no longer have that problem. And finally, we have some clothing items that we got. I'm gonna show you guys a couple things that Scott has. There's a couple things I might need to insert pictures of later because he is presently wearing them and not willing to part with them. So we got this shirt from his youngest sister, nice little quarter zip, like athletic Under Armour shirt. And then he has a long sleeve Henley. Scott is not somebody who wears long sleeves very often, but he has found a few shirts recently that he quite enjoys. So this is gonna be super comfy, and what's nice is that it's really lightweight, so he's not gonna get too hot. And then the things that I received, I got this cute little set from Fabletics, which I actually wore for New Year's. So I will insert a picture of that if you haven't seen it on Instagram yet. This is a cute little crop, which has a little knot detail in the front. A little hard to see because it's black on black. It has this really, really pretty midi length skirt that is like the greatest fabric ever. Like, I felt so nice in it. And it's got a little slit on the left hand side, but a nice high-waisted mini skirt. It was very, very comfy. So the last item that I got is this Lululemon scuba sweater, and it's super, super comfy. I've never had any Lululemon sweaters before. And the last two gifts, one which I wasn't expecting, but I figured if somebody was going to get it for me, this would be what it is. So Scott's mom got us tickets to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I think our tickets are for the end of June, which I am super excited for. I actually almost bought tickets for my dad and I for Christmas, but something was telling me that she may have got them for us. Very, very excited for that. I actually just watched the 20th anniversary special last night and like, I cried. Full out. Can't even lie. And the last item I'm going to insert footage of right now is my new winter coat. When I tell you that I've had my Anne Klein winter coat for about 15 years, actually it's more than 15 years, I think I've had it for about 17 years, which sounds crazy, but I had this coat when I was in elementary school. This coat has been through a lot and it's still in absolutely fantastic condition. The only thing that's wrong with it now is the zipper doesn't like to stay up. The zipper will start to slide if it's not behind a button. So Scott wanted to get me a really nice coat for Christmas. It is an Eddie Bauer coat that his mom and sisters absolutely swear by. And it's a super long length, so it's gonna be really great for like my recess duties when we're back outside and at school. Because once I put boots on, I don't have to actually worry about wearing snow pants, which is what I used to wear for recess duties. Another piece of jewelry that I received for Christmas is a really, really pretty bracelet from Scott's eldest sister and her husband, because I will be a McLeod in about 9 months' time. So they wanted to get me a nice little M bracelet, which I greatly appreciated, and I kind of like that it's a mixed metal, so I can wear it with a variety of jewelry. And a couple of things to mention that we got for Christmas from Scott's dad in the early Christmas vlog that you may not have seen full footage of. We got a standing upright mini freezer, we have a waffle press, and then I also got a puzzle. This is actually a 2,000 piece puzzle. And I'm not gonna lie, I have never in my life done a 2,000 piece puzzle, so I know this one's gonna take me some time, but it's really, really pretty because it is scenes of Paris. For those of you who don't know, I actually went to Paris many years ago when I was in high school, and it's one of the places I would love to go back to with Scott, so this is going to be a fun one. So that's all the things that we got this year, and with that, everything is now going to find its proper and new home. All the decor is coming down, and I am ready for the fresh start of 2022. I would love to hear from you as to what you guys would love to see on my channel this year. I have been on YouTube now for going on 10.5 years. I know that I've never been somebody who's always like consistently uploaded, but it's definitely been the hobby that I can't stop. No matter what, I can never fully walk away from YouTube. I really do enjoy making content for online. This year I know I'm definitely focusing a lot more on my Instagram and putting up reels and such, but I do really love watching YouTube content. And I've definitely found myself gravitating way more towards vlogs. I know like the beauty and fashion side of YouTube has changed so dramatically over the last few years. I definitely enjoy more of the fashion side of things, although I do love beauty, and I definitely gonna do more of like a shop my stash videos this year and really focus on using things that I already have, because I do have plenty of things to use. So I really want to focus in on that this year. I would love for you guys to tell me what you'd like to see. And don't forget, you can check my social media down below and my blog, and of course there's going to be so much more wedding content. While I'm filming this, it is like 9 months and a week until my wedding, which is so exciting, so there's definitely going to be wedding content coming over the next 2 months. So if that's your cup of tea, you got a lot coming, and I hope you guys have a fantastic start to your new year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya!